Maybe I'm crazy, but LaVar Ball is the villain we need, but not the one we deserve.
Why so serious?
I feel like you really got to commit to that.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I feel
You're
like
like, why so serious?
Yeah, no, I feel like I was like a missed opportunity.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
I'm Joy Taylor, that's Brandon Newman, aka terrible Joker impersonation. My partner here. Well,
RP.
how are you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Welcome to the show, everyone. Got a lot to get to today, as usual. Do in and outs. Are hecklers effective? We have the loser power rankings. Cam Newton forgot how to play football this week. I can't deal with it. And Dwyane Wade is making me petty. Once again at LeBron. It's still LeBron's fault, but it's pinned on Dwyane Wade right now. So we'll get to that, the petty report, later. But as I mentioned, LaVar Ball is the villain of our time. He's the villain of the NBA. We really need to appreciate him for all the greatness that he is. Even if you hate him, just hear me out. Lonzo Ball just made his debut with the Lakers in Los Angeles last week. By the way, if you didn't hear, I ate it at Staples Center. So, Magic, if you're listening, my hip, in very bad shape.
No, don't
not my
put
fault.
it on Magic.
It was not my fault. I chose not to sue or take any legal action. But if later on I start to, have some issues, I'll be coming back for some courtside seats. That's all I need. I need money, just like a couple games.
2 to 5.
Yeah, no big deal. But anyway, I saw Alonzo's debut, which we all know he did not do very well. He finished with just 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting. He did have 9 rebounds, which we knew he was going to be good at that. But Patrick Beverley ate his lunch. He came at him hard, and he felt the need to say afterwards that he did that on purpose because of his father, because of everything that LaVar Ball has been saying. And now we've seen it all around the league. John Wall had something to say about it. Marcin Gortat feels like LaVar is eventually going to kill him. Which seems aggressive.
I couldn't decode that.
Yeah, it's just aggressive. Anyway, everyone is coming for Lonzo Ball, which we already knew. That's not news. LaVar responded saying that who is Patrick Beverley, which just a little aside, he does have a point. Like, would we be talking about Patrick Beverley if he wasn't going up against Lonzo?
If anyone else said who's Patrick Beverley, I believe it. It's LaVar Ball. He knows who Patrick Beverley is.
Of course he knows who it is. That's the ultimate diss move, that you act like you don't know who someone is. Anyway, the point is everyone is mad at LaVar. People are angry that we're still covering him and we're still putting a microphone in his face and giving him airtime. People are angry that they think that he's the reason everyone is gunning for Lonzo, which is true to a certain degree. Also, Lonzo is a rookie, so they were going to be giving him crap anyway. But it's obviously on a whole other level because of everything that LaVar has said, that he's better than Steph Curry, that he's going to be better than LeBron. All the insane things that LaVar has done and said, we know about that already. But what everyone's angry about is that we, quote unquote, keep giving LaVar airtime. And this is what I want you to appreciate, because I appreciate villains. I even wore my villain shirt today.
Oh, I didn't even peep that.
It's all my ladies.
Girls Club.
All my ladies. I love villains.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating our society's obsession and denial about our obsession with villains. And LaVar Ball is the perfect villain. There's actually a term for it. I believe it's anti-villain. Is that correct, Ashley? Anti-villain. I always call him a proper villain.
Right.
But basically what it means is he has some redeemable qualities while also being extremely hateable. And to be clear, of course LaVar can be obnoxious and he's outspoken and he's in your face and he's unapologetic. And those are all the things that bother people about LaVar.
Right.
That and sometimes the things that he says just happen to offend people. But he's not going to apologize for it. But that's fine because he's a heel and he's owned it and he's perfected it and we need it. And I'm grateful for it.
The fact that he's a heel for the NBA, though, like he's a professional heel now. I'm sure, like back in when he was just doing Chino Hills things, right? Like that's all great and fine. But now he's affecting everyone.
Sure, and I understand that, but you have to look at it like this. He's not going anywhere, for one thing. So if you hate LaVar, just go full in on hating him, right? Just commit to it because he's not going anywhere. But or just like do what I do and accept it and enjoy it for what it is and stop taking him so seriously. Because here's the thing about LaVar. He has redeeming qualities, right? He's a family guy. He's raised 3 kids who up until this point have gotten in no trouble whatsoever. If you watch his show on Facebook, He has his entire family involved with it. He's got his brothers working security. His in-laws are there. His parents are around. His wife just had a stroke. She had to learn how to walk and talk again. He's helping her.
Beautiful.
So he has redeeming qualities on top of being obnoxious and an unrepentant bleep talker.
Right.
So that's what you have to appreciate about him, is that he's polarizing. Look at other examples of this in sports. You have Tebow, right?
Yep.
Give me a reason why people would hate Tebow. What has he actually done? Be bad at football? Do you know how many people are bad at football? There's a lot of people bad at football.
I think people get upset about him jamming religion down people's throats. Obviously,
Sure.
that's a common.
Sure,
thing
but has
people
he
hate.
actually done anything wrong?
No. Done a lot of great things.
He's done a
actually.
lot of great things, yes. He's never been in trouble. He's not been particularly great at football. And I understand that people feel like he gets too much attention for not being an elite athlete. But he's polarizing.
Yeah.
And it's just natural to him. And it's the same for LaVar. Look at LeBron. You either hate LeBron or you love LeBron.
Yeah.
Anytime I say anything bad about LeBron, people are like, why you gotta be a hater? Like, I just say, it is what it is, right? That's how it is.
Yeah.
The Yankees, right? If you're a Yankees fan, the Patriots are kind of in this category too. Like, if you love them, you love them. If you don't, you absolutely hate them. And that's the amazing part of sports and entertainment. You have to have a villain. Otherwise, there's no story. There's nothing going on. We're just all like, yeah, I like you. I like you too, bro. Okay,
Right.
what else do we have to talk about?
Yeah.
You have to have a villain. And there are amazing examples of what having a great villain will do. Darth Vader.
Preach. Go ahead.
The Joker, which you nailed at the beginning of the show.
What's
But people love the Joker, right?
Yes.
Why do
Oh
people
my
love the
gosh.
Joker? In all accounts, he's a murderer and an anarchist. But there's something about the fact that he is so unapologetic about it. There's a little part of you that's like, you know, every once in a while I'd like to just wow out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, not kill anybody, but, you know,
Right.
I just want to just go do my thing.
Yeah. It's like he's
there's,
being real.
There's something in it, right,
Yeah.
that's redeemable. Darth Vader, he's just a father, you know? He's just a
You know
a
what I'm
father,
saying?
just father looking for his son.
Keeping up with
Right?
his kids
He went
from
a
afar.
little too far on the dark side, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. Jax, Sons of Anarchy,
Ooh.
Dexter,
Ooh.
Jigsaw. Like, Jigsaw's just trying to teach people to appreciate life, right?
Just one
I mean, he's
separate
taking
limb
it,
at a
he's
time.
taking it to an extreme.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And that's what, but honestly though, that's why those characters resonate so much.
Yeah.
Because yes, they're awful and yes, you hate them, but there's one small thing about them that is redeemable. So you can't go all the way. Right? So like True
Right.
Detective. True Detective is a perfect example of that. True Detective season 1, you knew who the bad guy was. He was absolutely awful. There was no redeeming qualities whatsoever about him. But the main characters had some flaws to them. So it balanced out.
Right.
Right? True Detective season 2, you had no idea who the bad guy was, and everyone hated it.
I know
You're
what's
like,
going on.
who am I supposed to be mad at? I don't. There's a guy with some feathers and the head thing. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like a long trailer.
Right.
I had no idea what was going on
It was
the
the
entire
longest
time.
trailer you ever watched.
Yes.
You have to have a strong villain, and that is exactly what LaVar is, and he nails it. Look at WWE. When you watch WWE, obviously there are good guys. We all know that this is not really a thing. We know the heel isn't an actual bad person, but you have to have the bad guys so you know who to root for and who to be mad at. It's just how we're designed, and LaVar provides that.
Yeah, I actually think LaVar is probably more like Batman in a weird way because he's in Gotham. He messed the system up. He's not letting police officers take care of the bad guys. He's a vigilante. People don't know if they love him or hate him, but he's out there messing the system up. LaVar Ball is messing the system up.
He is
he's
messing the
taking
system
kids
up,
out of high school. He's taking shoe contracts out of the deal. He's messing the system up. No one knows how to feel about it.
Here's why that I understand what you're saying, and he
Yes.
is going against the system, but he's only going against the system for his own. He's not going against the system for everyone. Like, Batman's trying to save everybody.
point.
He's only trying to save his own, which
Right.
is why he's a villain. Like, people hate the
like that.
Kardashians, right? Like, back to the point about stop giving him a microphone.
Right.
People hate the Kardashians. They hate Kris Jenner, right? Everyone hates them. Well, they can't hate them that much. They're in the year 10 of the Kardashians. And this is the reveal for everyone that doesn't understand it. Millions and millions of people watch that show.
Love it.
There's been 9 spin-offs of that show.
That's success.
Do you think that happens because like networks are like, you know what, we we just really love having the Kardashians on TV.
So
no, they do it
good.
because millions of people watch it. There's a misconception about the business, and this is a little bit of inside baseball here, so like just spare me, maybe a nerd for a second.
I'm in it. Let's do it.
People think that the media dictate the stories. That is not the case. It is the exact opposite. I promise you, if everyone tuned out the second that we mentioned LaVar's name, he would never be talked about again.
True.
If everyone tuned out whenever Tebow was brought up, we would never talk about Tebow because we're in the media industry and it's numbers. It's the same for the internet with clicks. It's not about what we want to put out there. It's what you want to consume.
I run social media pages here at FS1, and when we put out LaVar Ball content, Lonzo Ball content, LaMelo, anything with Jello in it, it goes crazy. Numbers it's some of the highest performing stuff because that's what you want, so we give it to you.
You as a particular individual may not like LaVar Ball, you may not care for him, you may not want to listen to anything he has to say, but you have to understand that there are millions of other people that do. And it's the same thing with the Kardashians. He's the Kris Jenner of the NBA. Mm-hmm. So the media does not create the content. If you guys want it, that's what's put out there. So people want to hear what LaVar has to say, if nothing else, so they can talk about how much they hate it.
Yeah, we said last year there was no villains in the NBA. Now we got a KD, LeBron beef that's like kind of bubbling over. LaVar Ball is a gift to the NBA.
He's a gift, and you can hate him all you want. And look, I don't support everything that he does, but he is a content gift. And just appreciate it. Hate him all you want.
So good.
But just do me one favor while you're hating him. Please stop saying that he's ruining his kid's career and he's putting his kid in a bad spot. Lonzo is not a kid. He is 19 years old. If he went out and did something terrible, you would not be like, oh, he's just a little kid. He doesn't know any better. No, you would say he's a grown man who made a grown man mistake. So stop saying he's ruining his life. He's not ruining his life. Lonzo is grown. He plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. If he has a problem with what his dad's doing, he can get in front of a microphone and say, just for the record, my dad is off the rails. I want nothing to do with him. I don't co-sign anything he's saying. He is not a part of my life. He's only doing this for his own reputation and his own gains. And I guarantee you everybody would be off of that. They wouldn't put any of that on Lonzo, but Lonzo hasn't done that. Why? Because by all accounts, they have a good relationship. So stop saying that he's a kid and he's ruining his life. He's grown. All right? He's not grown ass man, but he is grown.
Joy. Why so serious? Did I do better that time?
You did so much better. Yes! You did so much better. Yes! I'm so proud of you. That was wonderful.
All right, Joy. You know what time it is. In or out, or in or out.
What am I in or out on?
Kyrie Irving has been struggling ever since he left LeBron James. Mm-hmm. First, the Celtics lose Gordon Hayward for the season. Then they start the season off 0-2. Mm-hmm. And Friday night during halftime against the 76ers, Kyrie gets heckled by a fan screaming, "Where's LeBron?" Kyrie tells the heckler he can suck his reproductive organ, and the NBA fines him $25,000. The heckler obviously did not affect Kyrie as he dropped 21 points and led the Celtics to their first victory of the season. Joy, are you in or out on heckling actually working?
I'm in on heckling actually working because it does. If you are...
It does.
It does work. If you're committed enough to it, you're eventually going to get an athlete or whoever it is that you're heckling to respond to you.
Especially in the NBA.
But yes, well, because they're, the proximity, of course.
They're right there.
But I am out on heckling in general because I find it obnoxious.
What do you mean?
Who does that? Nobody's there for you to listen to your hot takes that you're yelling at the athlete or the comedian. The worst is at comedy shows. Have you ever gone to a comedy show with a heckler?
Well, yeah, that's a different brand of person.
Mortifying.
Yeah,
it's mortifying. I'm like, I have no idea who this person is. Nobody came there to listen to your stupid jokes. Although once I did go to, when Jason was with the Jets, I went to the regular season Steelers-Jets game. And, I'm from Pittsburgh, but he's my brother. So I got to root for the Jets. And I was slightly obnoxious.
Slightly?
I mean, I may have had a few, but it was cold outside. All right, you gotta warm the blood.
Right, exactly.
All right, it was like really cold in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. So I was swinging the Jets jersey around like a terrible towel. I went full heel. I told you, in on villains. And the other fans there did not appreciate it. But I wasn't technically heckling because I was just yelling good things.
Go
I was like,
Jets.
go Jets, go
Yeah,
Jason,
Jets,
woo,
Jets.
like things like that. But just the Steelers fans around me did not appreciate it. I had things thrown at me.
What?
And then eventually this giant man who was sitting in front of me with this huge, monstrous beard turned around and like got in my face and told me to shut the bleep up.
And then you shut the bleep up.
Of course not. I mean, come on. Give me a break. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do to me? He's gonna yell at me?
I don't know. I've never had a man larger than me yell at me in my face, but I'd imagine. Yeah, I keep going.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta keep
like
going.
if he puts his hands on me, he's kicked out.
Right.
Yeah, and like I'm sure I'll be fine. Whatever. Anyway,
Okay.
I kept yelling, and then he eventually apologized because everyone around me felt bad that he yelled at me.
Well, okay. You win on that one.
I did, but I wasn't technically heckling.
Okay, but what do you think? Do you think the fans are going to continue to heckle?
Yeah, of course, because
Kyrie
people. Everywhere he goes for
Yeah.
maybe for the rest of his career, he's going to hear "Where's LeBron" or some version of that.
That wasn't even that good of a one. It's like, where's LeBron?
I mean, he's sensitive about it, obviously. Plus, it's
Okay.
Philly. Philly fans don't play.
Yeah, exactly. And
So.
they need some help with the process.
You gotta
Moving
You
on.
gotta trust it. That was nice.
The Chicago Bears have decided their starting quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, will now be referred to as Pretty Boy Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of questions surrounding the nickname, Pretty Boy Assassin. Questions such as, is Trubisky assassinating pretty boys? Or is he a pretty boy himself who assassinates, et cetera, et cetera?
Right.
We're obviously in on Mitch Trubisky. We're on the bandwagon here. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yes.
But Joy, are you in or out on Pretty Boy Assassin being called Pretty Boy Assassin?
So, yes, I'm in on Mitch Trubisky. Don't make me a liar, Mitch. Don't make me a liar, Mitch. All right? No, I'm out on this nickname. It doesn't make any sense. First of all, he's not a pretty boy. He's a good-looking kid, but he's not a
He could be a pretty boy assassin.
But like, who has he assassinated that's pretty? Like, who have they beaten? Joe Flacco's a pretty boy?
It's speaking things into existence. It's coming. They're putting it out there so they can always beat Tom Brady and other pretty boys.
I don't think that's what it is. I think they're
has to
referring
be.
to him as a pretty boy. No one on earth ever would assume that. Okay, it doesn't even make any sense. They are calling him a pretty boy, and he's not a pretty boy. He's a good-looking kid. Don't get me wrong. All right, but he is not a pretty boy. Tom Brady is a pretty boy. Jimmy Garoppolo is a pretty boy. Cam Newton is a pretty boy.
He's a pretty boy. Yeah.
Brady Quinn, pretty boy.
Brady Quinn. Ugh. Brady Quinn. Hercules. Real life Hercules. That's what I called him.
Well, you're wearing your Notre Dame
Oh
gear
yeah,
today.
I got a shout out. Hey, I'll tell you, the first time I met Brady Quinn, I'll never forget it. Can I do this real quick, Joy?
Yes, I'll allow you.
I was a junior coming on a visit. He had just finished his senior season, and the coaches are walking me around the locker room. He's just curling what seems to be 225 pounds, just curling, drops the weight
225
roughly, and walks over, and one of the coaches there, Chad Klunder, shouts out to Chad Klunder, was like, Brady, I want you to introduce you to, and he cuts him off like, Chad, I know, this is Brandon Newman, our next nose guard. Nice to meet you, sir. And
That is amazing.
I melted. And that big hand
big
of
glorious
his.
hand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Brady is the
loved
ultimate pretty boy. You actually, that is an amazing story. You mentioned that you had met Brady
Yes.
yesterday. So I'm actually friends with Brady Quinn.
Oh God.
And I decided to hit him up.
Stop.
I just wanted to see if he remembered you,
This
right?
is not going to be good.
And so he called me back and he left me a message. So I just like to play it for you real quick. See if I can do this properly.
What?
Are you ready for this?
No.
You're like blushing right now.
What is going on?
Hey, Joy, it's Brady. Just calling to catch up. Haven't talked to you in a while. Saw you doing that podcast with my guy, Brandon Newman. Please tell him I said hello. Haven't talked to him in a long time. Back when he was coming in as a recruit a long time ago. But I saw you guys doing the podcast together. He's doing a great job. You're obviously doing a great job, as always. So just tell him I said hello. A fellow U.S. Army All-American game. Keep doing a great job, and maybe one day we'll find a time we can all get on that podcast together. Have a good one.
You would have thought like Halle Berry just called and left me a
Joy.
message.
Joy.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Joy, thank you for my Christmas present.
That's
That's crazy.
You like that?
How dare you?
Well, I usually gotta do nice thing for you.
Oh my gosh. I don't even. Moving on, I guess.
Yeah.
Staying in college football. Oklahoma State's head coach and mullet aficionado, Mike Gundy.
Such a good mullet.
It's perfect mullet.
Mullets are sexy. I'm just going to say it.
What?
They are. There's something sexy about it.
What
They are.
is-
I tried
what?
to get my high school boyfriend to grow a mullet. He would not do it. He was
Joy,
not
what
allowed.
are you saying right now?
It's just like you have to really, you got to commit to a look like that.
Oh, of course. Like jean shorts, you got to commit to that too. But people aren't out there rocking them.
Oh, no, I think they are. There are some people out there.
Yeah,
rocking
with
them.
people wearing mullets.
I'm just saying I'm in on mullets. Go ahead. Continue. I don't think that's what we're talking about here, but just I need that on a record.
Gosh. Okay. Well, he's famous for his post-game press conferences and his mullet, clearly. After beating Texas last week, Gundy was disappointed in his players that they didn't ask him to dance in celebration of the win. Gundy said, and I quote, "They've gotten so used to winning that they don't even ask me to dance, so that's a downer for me." We see these dances a lot in big games for college sports. Dabo Swinney's my favorite, personally.
Right.
Joy, are you in or out on old-ass coaches dancing?
I'm very, very, very in on it. I love it, actually. First of all, they know that they look ridiculous.
Right.
But it's just part of the camaraderie. It's like a good locker room environment. It's a good bonding experience.
Once you
I
get that
had
A
some
going-
horrible coaches, but I had one or two like really good, cool coaches that we'd
Right.
always bring in on
It's
stuff.
not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Not everyone on the coaching staff can do it.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not about being able to dance.
Oh, no,
right?
no,
Like
no,
I
no.
do lots of dancing stuff. I do Dance Party Friday. I know
Right.
I'm not a good dancer, but I don't care because
You're
it's
getting
fun.
better.
Oh, yeah, I get
Every
better.
week.
Nah,
Every
whatever.
week.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's all about having fun, right? And they're
Yeah.
having fun. Nobody expects them to get up there and like kill it. They're gonna get up there and look ridiculous, and then
Right.
everyone's gonna laugh and have a good time and celebrate the win. I'm in on it. I love it, and I love his mullet.
Just to be fair, he's a man. He's 50. So he's not technically old.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Staying in college football, Joy, the Miami Hurricanes are looking as swagged out as they did during the Uncle Luke era. They're undefeated. They're ranked 8th in the country. And the turnover chain deserves a lot of credit for this.
Yes, it does.
The turnover chain is this thick Cuban link chain with a big U emblem filled with orange and green stones.
Correct.
Right? This is very gaudy, very
Miami.
Exactly.
Almost as Miami as your offensive line coach getting fired for doing cocaine before
Exactly.
a meeting. Almost like
Is Miami
one,
just
like
staying on
1A. Always on brand. Yeah, you can always say that about Miami. Always
Right.
on brand.
Okay, so Joy, are you in or out on custom bling bling?
I'm in on it. I'm in on
Really?
it. Yeah.
Really?
It's a look, you know?
For who? Like, would you?
I mean,
would you
I'm not what am I going to get? What am I like what
don't
would
know.
my custom chain be?
enjoy. Joy.
No.
Almond joy.
No, I mean like I'm not going to get a chain made.
Yeah.
But I'm in on it if that's your thing.
I want to get bottoms.
Oh, bottom girl.
Yeah, bottom grills with my name in it.
You gonna wear that with your Moses sandals?
Yeah,
I think they go together.
keep it hood.
Yeah, I love the turnover chain. By the way, I think it's the best thing going right now. And
amazing.
There's no other team, there's no other program in the entire country that could pull this off. They do it on the sidelines. It's not something they do like when the game is over. If you haven't seen the turnover chain, give it a little
It's a
Google.
real chain.
It's awesome. And college football is so much better when the U has swag.
Yes,
Because there's no other team that can do it like the U does it. So I'm
college
loving it.
football is better when you have swag and Notre Dame is at the top. All right,
No,
moving
okay.
on.
All right.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is proving that money didn't change him. On Sunday, the $300 million man tweeted, "When I go to a nice steakhouse."
What is this accent stuff?
What?
You're doing?
This is how these people talk.
Okay, just read it. Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. said, "When I go to a nice steakhouse, I know it's frowned upon, but I still got to have that A1. No offense to the chef." Dale Earnhardt is a $1 million man dipping finest meats into A1 sauce.
Right.
Right? Joy, are you in or out on being bougie?
I'm out on being bougie because in
Really?
general I'm just not a bougie person, except for when it comes to cup of noodles and peanut butter and jelly. I'm too
Out.
bougie for that.
Get out.
But the rest of it I'm good on, and I actually love A1. And I get food shamed. So, I mean, in general, I'm not into paying for my own fancy meals. So,
Of course,
somebody else got to pay for that.
Which goes against your bougie theory, but continue.
What do you mean?
Like,
If I was really bougie, I'd want to pay for it myself. All independent woman and stuff. But I can't be paying for expensive
okay,
steaks. All right,
semantics.
that's
That's fair.
not what I got to buy other stuff to buy. So anyway, I love A1 sauce, and if I could get away with doing that at a fancy steak restaurant, I would do it. I know it's shameful. I know it's horrible.
I don't have the clout. I could never.
You could never
I'm
order
just
it.
gonna eat whatever it is.
I feel like if you're Dale Earnhardt Jr. though, like nobody's gonna say anything to you. Because it's how you eat your steak.
These places don't hold A1 sauce. I feel like he brings it with him.
Man, they do. It's in the bag.
No.
You know what? Beyonce puts hot sauce in her bag, so.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. has A1 sauce in his bag.
I don't know. Look, though, reheated steak, if you bring leftovers.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that takes leftovers home from a steak?
Oh my gosh. No,
I'll pack all like that. We got to bring all these leftovers home.
It's a feast.
It's going to taste really good at 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's going to taste good in an hour.
In an hour?
In an hour. When I get
feeding
home.
you that you can eat after a steak dinner in an hour?
See, that's the thing. When I go to these nice restaurants, I play it cool, like I'm not really eating all this stuff, and I just pack it up and I just devour it when I get home. I stop getting more food at home, like on the way home, and then eat the nice meal and then the crappy meal right after each other.
All right. That seems like a lot of work. You should probably just eat the food at the restaurant, but
You
I'm
think
saying
this is
whatever's left
easy?
over.
Put a lot of work in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. In on A1.
Okay. All right, we got one more bonus in or out. This is kind of scary, and I don't know how I feel about this. Okay. So we talk a lot about curses here on Maybe I'm Crazy.
We do. A lot of dark stuff.
Yes, of course. Maybe that was a mistake. All the day one Maybe I'm Crazy fans may remember that Joy called Aaron Rodgers Bay after he threw some shade, pro-anthem shade in an Instagram post, right? Like
Right.
we adopted him. Obviously, he's no longer with us. Last week, you asked me for a prediction for the Cavs-Celtics game.
Right.
I said Gordon Hayward was going to score the most points in a Celtics win.
That was incorrect also.
He is also no longer with us. We may have started a curse. Everyone that we praise here seems to no longer be able to play. Joy, are you in or out on the Maybe I'm Crazy curse?
Well, I mean, I'm out on that. I don't want that to be a thing. It's terrible. I want to be able to talk about the best athletes.
I hear you. I understand, but this is how we cut
Carson
through.
Palmer. You tried to pitch me on Carson Palmer last week.
Oh yeah.
And he broke his arm.
I'm not feeling good.
And you tried to praise Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler's gone too.
Oh my God. It's me. I'm the problem.
We got to sage the room. That's what it is.
We got
to light some candles.
Get some of LeBron's magic people to come from the Cavs to come
If
sage.
they can fight off the Kardashian curse, we can get rid of the Maybe I'm Crazy curse. I'm out on that. Do not want that to be a thing. I'm not responsible for taking out Aaron Rodgers.
Well, just keep tabs on that, guys. Comment in the YouTube page all the people that's gone down after we mentioned their names.
Are you still reading the YouTube comments?
Huh?
Didn't I tell you about that?
What? So listen, this one guy, he said, no, I'm not going to.
And I won't back down.
All right, Joy, let's keep it moving. Time for the petty report. Whoever is bothering you this week for being petty, you teased D Wade and LeBron. I don't get it. Please explain.
What do you mean you don't get it? I'm a petty person, all right? Everything's about me. That's what it is, all right? Let's get to the bottom line.
I understand that
all right,
part.
when LeBron does something, it's really about me. That's what it comes down to.
He's coming at you.
Yes, it is.
What did he do this time?
All right, so Wade's coming off the bench now in Cleveland.
Yes.
Might I remind you, the reason he didn't come back to Miami to end his career is because he didn't want to come off the bench. Where are you now? Coming off the bench, all right? Look, it's just really cute. You know, you went to Cleveland, you're like linking up with LeBron. Like, let's be serious. Let's do the transaction and get you to Miami where you belong, all right? Just cut all this nonsense. Yeah, what are you doing coming off the bench for J.R. Smith?
That's best to help the team. He's chasing a ring too, Joy. He's not just trying to hang out with his buddy. He's trying to chase a ring, have one more ring before he gets back to Miami and gets his statue with the lazy eye.
Stop that.
I mean, the heavy eye. It's not lazy. It's heavy. It's a heavy eye.
I will not stand for Wade slander, all right? I won't stand for it. Here's what's really worrying me about this, all right? Because obviously I don't want Cleveland to win, but I know how good Wade is, and he's such a winner, and he's so smart that him doing this is probably actually really going to help the team, and that they're going to win more, and this gives him a better chance.
He's not cutting back on minutes. He's going to be in there. He's
I don't
not
know.
starting.
He's only come off the bench 11 times in his career. Oh, by the way, Derrick Rose is hurt again.
No, he's not. Really?
Yes, he is, actually.
Long hair Derrick Rose is hurt?
Derrick Rose is hurt again.
I thought he wasn't going to do that no more.
Well, I think we should change it to Derrick Rose is not hurt. Like, stop sending me the alerts that Derrick Rose is hurt. Send me the alert when Derrick Rose is not hurt.
That's too good.
I mean, does the dude play basketball? It's all I'm asking.
Imagine.
It's not his fault. He's always hurt. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be mean. But dude does not play basketball. I've been on this for many years. Derrick Rose does not play basketball.
He looked really good against the Celtics.
Did he? Okay.
He looked good.
Well, he's hurt again, so that was fun. That was a nice. What was that? That was like 5 minutes.
Is Isaiah Thomas still hurt too?
Yeah, Isaiah gets passed. All right.
Isaiah gets a pass.
Yes, Isaiah gets past. Derrick Rose is not going to pass. You know why Derrick Rose doesn't get a pass? Because that MVP was fraudulent. I don't want to hear it. Fraudulent MVP. I'm also being petty about that.
Is every LeBron MVP fraudulent as well?
No, LeBron should have won the MVP that year. It was fraudulent. But he doesn't play basketball. How do you give an MVP to somebody who doesn't play basketball? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, Wade's coming off the bench, and there's a reason you said you weren't coming back to Miami is you didn't want a bench role, and now you're coming off the bench.
He's fine. He's Joy. LeBron told him, "Listen, sit down. I'll give you a direct deposit. Give you a little bit more money if you don't start."
And this idea, this is Wade's idea that he's coming off the bench. This is LeBron's idea. Come on,
LeBron's
give me a
idea,
break.
for sure.
Man. All right, it's time for Loser Power Rankings. Loser Power Rankings.
Loser Power Rankings. These are the losers of the week. Ooh, we getting good at that.
Every week, we are getting better at our songs. Yeah. Every week, we rank the top 3 losers of the week. Sometimes they're actual losers. Sometimes there's winners that I just think are losers. It's really just what I feel like. And we're going to start with the Browns. Browns, worst organization in sports. Don't think there's much.
Are they number 3? They're number 3 on the list.
They're number 3. We're going to work up to number 1.
Okay. Yes.
Number 3, they lost in overtime, 12-9 in a ringer to the Titans. They have won 0 games so far this year. Hugh Jackson's record with the Browns is 1-22. He's been through 7 quarterbacks in the last 2 years. 1-22. Yep. Deshaun Kaiser had 2 interceptions, 114 yards, and Cody Kessler replaced him. So the Browns are extra stinky, as they always are. And all I want to say is that as terrible as the Browns organization is as a whole, and as much as I can't stand Cleveland, down to like the core of me, I do have a lot of respect for Browns fans because that is the definition of loyalty. I don't even understand it. I don't get it.
No
one would judge you if you were like, you know what, this is not worth it.
Because there's other teams. There's another good team in Cleveland they can root for, possibly.
Well, I'm sure most of them do. But it's not another football team.
But
it's not like New York.
Root for Ohio State.
I'm sure they do. They want one football team to root for. Just pick another football team. They're the worst. I honestly do feel bad for Browns fans. They are very loyal, and that team is awful. R.I.P. Browns. Hot take. Not bouncing back this year. Maybe next year.
Moving the Browns to the graveyard.
And they're in the they've been in the graveyard, but let's just like say it so it's official.
They own the graveyard.
In the graveyard you go. Also, already in the graveyard seems weird because they have actually some wins and are a decent team, but they're definitely R.I.P. and that's the Falcons again. Super Bowl hangover, real thing. They have lost 3 in a row. Bills, Dolphins, and the Pats. I thought maybe they could survive if they could get a big win over the Patriots. But then, Bill Belichick, he made that little phone call down to hell.
Stop.
Like, hey, homie, let's get some fog up here, all right? Let's handle this. All right, there will be no comebacks, all right?
Let's lower this visibility for
Lord
Julio
of Sin,
Jones.
bring thine wrath. All the fog comes in. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy. Anyway, the Falcons are done. R.I.P. Falcons. It was really nice.
Bad coaching.
It was cute.
Bad coaching.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's bad coaching. Maybe it's just that they're not as good as they were last year. Fair. Maybe just like Matt Ryan fell off a cliff. Who knows? It's R.I.P. Falcons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
They out.
All right. And finally, my number 1 loser of the week, Cam Newton. Cam, why you do this to me? Why do you always do this to me, Cam?
We needed you, Cam.
Cam. I try for Cam. I really do. I want to like Cam Newton so badly. I really do. I love the outfits. I'm here for the man romper.
All of it.
Whatever you want to do. Have some swag. Be the Joe Namath of our generation. Whatever. I'm into it. But he just forgets to play football every other week. It's impossible to root for him. Like, what happened this week? 17-3 to the Bears? 2 picks? It's like, and you can't even blame it on the fact that he is beat up or something. Like last year, I think everyone pretty much felt like he was hurt.
Right.
So, okay. And then he missed the media sessions. Like, come on, man. I'm not even that crazy about the media. Like, if you hate the media, fine. I get it. We're annoying, right? But it's part of your job. It just is what it is. But just do the media sessions. Why do you have to make everything so difficult? Just do it. He
You
just
think-
doesn't get it.
You think the off-field stuff is bothering on field, or it's just all football issues?
How do we care about that at this point?
That's
It's
fair.
enough already. Enough. Just enough. He's
I
so
want-
hard to root for.
Could you imagine if Deshaun Watson does this to us in the future? How dare? Like I can't. We can't. We needed Cam. We
Cam-
needed Cam.
Cam, this is Cam's swag always, though, right? Like when things are going great, he's on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's feeling himself, and when things are bad, he doesn't show up for media sessions. That's just how he is. But it's just enough already. Like I want Cam to win. I'd like to see Cam win a championship, and it just seems hopeless at this point. He was sacked 5 times though. Just for a note.
Joy,
just to be fair.
Anything's on the table in the NFL. The Falcons could be back. The Panthers could be back.
You know what? That's a hot take. I
No,
like that
I'm
one.
telling you.
Did you come up with that?
Any given Sunday, Al Pacino came up with it, and Jamie Foxx. Any
The
given
inches
Sunday.
with your fingernails. It's a game of inches.
Game of inches.
Yeah. All right. Any other cliches you want to throw in there?
If
If you're not first, you're last.
If you don't shoot the shot, you're gonna miss them.
You miss.
Right.
You miss every shot you don't take.
That one too. That's a good one too. I like that one as well. Okay.
It's remarkable.
Well, let me tell you this. So we're in a special time. We're transitioning to gut data facts.
Yeah, let's do gut data facts.
Okay. Great. Okay.
This is where Brandon says something that he feels from his gut that is based on essentially nothing.
And there's proven to be true a lot of times because you just gotta follow your gut, people. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Let's do this. Okay. So we're in a special sweet spot, right? Where a lot of the major sports are in season.
Yes.
So you get to watch all the games.
All of the major sports are in season, actually.
All the major sports are in season?
Yes, there are 4 major sports, and they are all in season currently. Yep.
You right. Postseason counts, definitely.
Yep.
Because it's in the season.
Yeah, the
It's got
season.
season in the word.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm watching all the games, and it just hit me. Winning coaches don't have bad hair. Winning coaches don't have bad hair, Joy. Think about
Winning are like championship coaches. Like championship coaches.
championship
don't have-
coaches.
Oh, yeah, I can get behind that.
No bad hair.
Yeah. Not like you don't have to have perfect hair, but you just can't have like Ben McAdoo. You can't win with that hair.
No, he's not. No, he's never going to
can't-
stand on a podium
You
and get a
can't.
trophy.
Never. Never gonna
Look at
happen.
him.
It's never gonna happen. Not with that hair, you're not.
Who like Gundy? He's not. I mean,
Love that mullet though, but it's not gonna happen.
He's not going to be on a podium running his hands through that mullet,
It's all
getting a
sweaty
trophy.
on the back of his neck. It's
not
like
gonna
pieces stuck
happen.
together. Never.
It's not going to happen. You have to have some form of a haircut to win a championship as a coach.
Yeah, I think you can have a look, but
Right.
you can't have hair where people look at you like what. Why would you decide that is the hairstyle?
Don't
that
you
you're
have
gonna go
money?
with? It's not even about money. Just like,
do
what do you
something.
mean? These coaches have money. These coaches have a lot
I'm
of
saying
money.
like don't if you have money, do something with the face.
No, I think it's more about it's like the wedding ring theory that I have. That's my gut data fact. You're not going to win it. You cannot be a franchise quarterback wearing this silly rubber wedding ring while you're playing and win a championship.
You know who wore one
Who?
last week? Stanton, straight off the bench. I think it was metal too.
What?
Stanton came off the bench for the Cardinals and just had his wedding ring on. Just
Yeah, well, RIP Cardinals too. I'm sorry, unfortunately.
yeah.
There's RIP Cardinals.
Definitely
Yeah.
RIP
Okay, so
Cardinals.
I can get behind this. I can
Yes.
get behind this.
Keep it looking out.
You can't have bad hair. You can have a look.
Right.
Like Bill Belichick has a look. Pat Riley, a look. You know.
yes. Actually, we got to look at LeBron's hair when he won a championship.
Because LeBron's the coach.
Yeah, you know what I'm
It was a
saying.
good joke
Like,
there. I don't think
we
you meant to
gotta-
say that. But like Ty Lue doesn't have bad hair. Steve Kerr has good hair.
Steve Kerr has great hair.
Popovich
has great hair.
You can have a look. Yep, you can have a look. You just can't have bad hair. I'm on it. I agree with you. Good gut data fact by you
Thank
this
you.
week, Brandon.
Thank you.
Well done. You have nice
Touch
hair,
my
too.
And my.
You know who else has
I'm
good
trying-
hair?
whoa.
Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn's got good hair.
Brady Quinn has great hair. I'm trying to Ezekiel Elliott my stuff out.
Oh yeah. You need a little more on the side. Yeah,
Okay.
he's got the whole thing
I'll
going.
tell my barber.
All right, you don't think Elliot look okay. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for joining us this week. We appreciate it. Appreciate the support of the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. Make sure that you subscribe and tell others and leave nice comments for us or mean comments, whatever whatever you feel. We appreciate all the support.
Start spreading the news.
Thank you for that. That's important. Good job today, Brandon. Love you guys.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.